There's a little invitation. Parish of St Helier. World War I Centenary Memorial Competition. Famous image from the First World War, a recruiting poster. These are the shortlist of selected 4, from which it's proposed to select the sculpture that will be placed in the parade park. So, Exhibit A, and the concept is this young soldier preserved forever in his military uniform. The stuff of nightmares, Jersey volunteers enter the trenches. Indeed, as they did, along with millions of others. Exhibit B, as it's called. I think these are inscriptions taken from people, that the soldiers who wrote at the time, as far as I can understand it. What are we going to really learn about this about war? What's it going to tell us about war? Can we imagine anything more horrific? Anybody who's seen pictures of Syria today, whole towns, cities in fact, just totally demolished. This is now 100 years later, and we're still doing this. 100 years. And there's monuments like this all over the world. Why? Why are they there? A couple of visitors. I wonder if they come from a war zone. I don't want to be too cynical about all this, but I'm wondering why. Why do we have to put these sort of memorials up? What is the purpose? I really cannot grasp. People who give their lives to a cause, bear in mind there were millions of Germans who were giving their lives to what they thought was a cause. But obviously right is always on our side, or no doubt the Germans think right was on their side, I don't know. How do we stop it? That's the question.
Eh? I like this one, to be honest with you. It's good luck with all the names.
Well, this is the final one today. This is number 4. Exhibit D. Words straight from the soldiers' hearts. The horrors of the trenches. Of course, not the smells of the trenches, just visual images of the trenches. There it is. Another little soldier. An image we can all recognise, the English Tommy. Head bowed.
doesn't go to P, what's this?
I don't got a P on me.
Where's L?
Huh?
To pay respect. People to pay respect and remember the man from St Helier who never returned home. This is based upon one volunteer, one young man who gave his life. He gave his life. There's the grass. I am the grass. Bury them deep at Ypres. Stack them high at Culloden. I am the grass. I cover everything. I don't know whose poem that was, but it always strikes me as very significant. There's the grass, look. It covers up most of what's really all about. There's the little amphitheatre. No problem with that, an amphitheatre. But why isn't it devoted to peace? Promotion of peace. Now on this exhibit there's this particularly interesting fragment. This is a detail, presumably from the sculpture as it would be, full size, showing his hands. Well, of course, the battlefields were full of fragments of like this, of human beings, animals. This is how it was. This is the sort of fragment that was to be swept up and buried. No names, nobody knows who they are. So when we talk about remembering people, that's the reality. Not a nice, wholesome little chap there. I wonder what actually happened to him. If he didn't return, what actually happened to the poor chap? Where's the message? Where is the message in here? And of course, just over here is our traditional view of glorious war. Here's another one. 1781, Battle of Jersey. Isn't it wonderful? Flags flying, people dying. Isn't it wonderful? Glorious, isn't it? Wonderful, isn't it? Great patriotic message, the Battle of Jersey. Totally misleading picture. It's got nothing to do with Jersey patriotism, really. It's a battle about the Americans fighting for their freedom. Happened to be on British soil, happened to be Jersey. Happened to be a lot of French people involved. And others. And some glorious deaths. This is what's going on in Syria today, but it's not very glorious in Syria, is it?